Hello?
Hello.
Raymond?
Yes.
How you doing today, sir?
How can I help you?
Jeremy, Veterans Advantage. We're helping veterans maximize their benefits to one of our VA programs, sir. You the veteran?
I am the veteran, but I don't need your help, and I'm busy right now.
But can I call you back when you're not busy?
If it's just maximizing my equity and all that shit,
All that shit, sir.
I don't need it.
And more.
I'm good. I keep getting your guy. Well,
And what happened? What happens, though?
what happens?
When they call
What
you?
happens is you need to shut the fuck up, man. We're trying to do a podcast, so shit.
He's stupid.
Okay, there's 2 against 1. All right.
No, dude. Yeah, you're good. Have a good day.
How he gonna hang up on you and he over here asking you 1,000 questions, sir? He said he was busy. He said,
Yeah.
you said,
But he said, "What happened? What happened?" Like, what happens is I tell y'all to leave me the fuck alone.
let's call harassment, sir.
Lordy.
When number got spoken, so let me teach this kid some basic manners. और खत्म करूँ तेरा career जैसे final panel. My plan has sun breathing, burns your hole through your chest plate. You are Akaza in this battle, begging me some mercy, but it's too late.
This is how y'all spend your lunch breaks at the call center, huh? I knew it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy King Churro,
And I'm King Cushy.
and this is the Kings of Kush. This is the Kings of Troof podcast. And oh man, that shit was hilarious. It was if you guys didn't watch episode 8, please go back and watch episode 8. In fact, the link to episode 8 will be in the description of this episode. I saw that rap battle, and then I had to send it to you, and then because what got me was my boy Lieutenant, who lives out here in the Coachella Valley. He he said that's what y'all do on your lunch breaks at the call center. And so I thought about, I'm like, man, episode 9 or episode 8. What happens is you shut the fuck up because you're trying to record a podcast. Oh man.
So it's 2 against 1.
It's 2 against 1.
Like, sir, no.
I just, what's funny is since that day, I haven't gotten many calls.
They probably was like, they're gonna jump you, man. We leave them guys alone.
I wonder if they know we're on a podcast.
Next time, ask for their email and send them the clip of the podcast so they can see it.
Right. And one thing I want to say is on episode 8, I believe we already have 33 views. And with 33 views, and then there were a couple comments on there. Of course, our boy Moreno's on there in the comments. Moreno wants to get on he wants to come up on the podcast, but because right now we have Coachella Fest. First weekend of Coachella Fest, just ended this week, ended yesterday, and then we got the second week of Coachella Fest coming up on Friday, and then the following Friday is the beginning of Stagecoach of this year. So after the festivals end is when Moreno wants to come on to the podcast with us. So, and he wants to join you on a B rating of Cannabis 21 plus.
He said he wanted what?
He wants to join you on the B rating of Cannabis 21 plus.
Okay, that's no longer. They're done.
Because you guys have had, well, obviously his experience at Sereno Valley, and then all the stuff that came up when you moved him over here and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I think that'd be an interesting episode because it's not just because we've already heard most of your side. Now we're gonna get like a different perspective on his end. You know what I mean?
Someone who was there way before Palm Desert even became, or any of the stores where we was just at the first location, then they made a second location, then they tried to expand, and he was there, and he's seen it all.
Yeah, what he seems successful in what he's doing now, running the Red Falcon dispensaries over here in Joshua, Yucca Valley, and then also here in Coachella. So
That's good.
yeah,
He do Yucca Valley.
with his, it's in Yucca Valley,
I've been
the Red Falcon.
I've been saying Joshua Tree in Indio, so it's Coachella and Yucca Valley.
You saying Joshua Tree in India?
Yeah, that's what I've been telling people.
Same thing, I guess. Because I mean, Yucca Valley and Joshua Tree, and they're like neighboring towns.
Yeah, okay.
So, and I mean, essentially, if you look at it, it really doesn't matter where it is. It's on Highway 62 is all you gotta know. And here in Coachella, India, I mean, it's again, we're neighboring. Like to get to the Coachella dispensary from my house only takes like less than 5 minutes.
You got to go through India.
Nah, no, less than 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. But I mean, the way I drive too, so.
He said, "Name a weed."
Yeah. And then you get there, you don't know what strains what because they're all different strain, because it's the tribe, so they got their own shit going on. All the white labeling
Yeah.
or the tribes. They're Native American, so it can't be white labeling. It's more like red labeling.
Used to be as an Indian chief on. I got some chief OG. Huh.
Right,
No,
right.
they come from Falcon anyway. So you know some of them strands from the Crew brand we used to sell. So you could be familiar.
Yeah, yeah, but you get there and like unless you go for like the Chairman's Choice brand, which is like their top quality brand. Then you got me, I go for to me weed's weed. Like you are more refined to what's more higher quality versus myself. I'm like, well, I can get high on just about every one of these, so I'll take that one that's, $10. Versus you, like I'm gonna spend about $100 and get the extra, tingly high.
Yeah, I want the exotic flavor.
Yeah, you want the za.
I want the za. I don't want no damn chairman. I want the chairman's choice, but I damn sure don't want no that. You say $10, I'll shake my head. No, right, don't.
Yeah, I mean, I go and for me, half the shit is half dry. I'm like, fuck it,
Yeah, that's the high
run that
garden.
shit up, huh?
Remember High Garden?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
and high supply.
Yeah, High Supply.
That was my shit. In fact,
That's funny
I think
because
I
I
still got
looked
some.
up. I got a High Supply banner.
Oh no, I still have remember when I used to buy the little the pre-roll packs?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
20.
still got one here. It's probably like old as shit now. It's probably dry as hell, but I'll still smoke it.
That was the 20s, right? The one we had the 20 pack or the 10 pack.
Yeah, yeah,
I remember that.
yeah. And I used to get the it used to be something I forgot what it was called, like marshmallow kush or some shit like that. Some
Oh,
stupid shit.
Marshmallow OG.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Something like that.
the marshmallow shit.
But
I remember that.
I just liked it because it was a hybrid. Would you went and got yourself an IPA?
Yeah.
I hear it can.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I got the hot spots.
Yeah. Okay. Those used to sell out.
This one is lemon meringue Kush.
Lemon Marine Kush.
But like
Sativa.
I said, I still got some in here.
That was Sativa Dominant Hybrid.
Yeah, but remember, it gave me a good little high until I fell asleep.
Yeah, that one was a good one. I remember people used to love coming by those.
I still got two more of them.
You still got two more in there?
Yeah, and I don't care how old it is. I smoke it. You know what the packaging date on this? It expired in 2023. That's 3 years ago.
It don't expire. Cannabis don't expire.
CBN
Yeah,
turns to sleeping in
that's
now.
why you're getting some good sleep.
Right, right. So I was just thinking to myself, man. Can we get a diet soda brand? Doesn't get Diet Mountain Dew to come sponsor the Kings of Truth.
We probably could get a brand to sponsor it too, a cannabis brand to sponsor it too. Now you think of it, like Keep Cola, have them make a diet soda for the diet people, for the diabetics,
Yeah,
and we can do that's what we got to do too. We
I've
got
been
to
really thinking.
do a try something out and explain what's good about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. What you drinking? Water too?
water. I've been drinking a lot of water. Well, I remember Coachella Fest. I was in the VIP section here. I mean, the alcohol is cheaper. The snacks are right here.
He said everything was good. I
And
didn't know
now I
you
gotta
could,
hydrate.
I didn't know you could watch it on YouTube.
Hmm. Yeah, you can live stream all the stages on YouTube, and you just type in Coachella Fest live stream, and it'll pop up. Like I said, let's say I would choose one stage, just to choose one stage, and then you can then go down on the menu,
Yeah.
and then you'll find a bunch of videos. It'll be like four stages in one video, and then from that one video, you can choose what stage you want to go on to. And then they tell if there's someone performing, then they'll show you the name of the person on the bottom right, who the person's performing. So a lot of times that's how I'd find people. Like I listen to I was listening to all the different music and stuff, a lot of rock bands, DJs. That's why I was like, man, I need to learn how to be a DJ so we can be on Coachella Fest. We can perform at Coachella Fest on stage, and we'll be the chefs. We'll both walk up with our chef shirts and our aprons, and while you're sitting there, while we're mixing music and shit together, we're cooking at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Start feeding all these hungry ass Coachella festers.
Wrapping up burgers, throwing it out in the crowd.
Right.
Because somebody out there malnourished.
And then they were like, "Oh, what about for the vegans? I got fried rice."
He's like, I got celery.
Right.
You got to get some celery.
Start chopping carrots.
Throw some carrots out there.
What
He said, what about for the vegans? You get
about for the vegans?
Yeah, you get cabbage. Here you go.
We throw lettuce.
Yeah. Hella
Make it
lettuce.
rain.
Hella lettuce going out there.
Oh man. But no, Coachella Fest. It seemed like it was a. You know what gets me? What really gets me about Coachella Fest is every year these campers always complain about the weather in the desert. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too windy, it's too dusty. It's the desert. I don't know what to tell you. Me come from LA, back in 2007, I came in when it was cold in like October, November. Like I was living in my mom's apartment for a little bit when I first moved out here. And I come out with a bowl of cereal and a cigarette and a coffee in her back patio. It was nice and cool until it wasn't. They're like, "Oh God, it's hot as fuck out here."
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. We
I know.
came in
And then you
February, it
come,
was cool, and then a couple months later, right after Coachella, it was 100 in hell.
right, exactly. And every time I think of 100 hell, I think about you. Talking about it's 100 hell out here.
It's 100 in
Ray, how
hell.
you gonna come out? Whenever, hey Nick, come outside and help me with the coffee. Hang on, have me come out here. It's 100 hell outside.
Hey, that's funny as hell. It's 100 in hell outside, bro. Like, damn, 101, 102, no. 100 in hell.
Like, Nick, you want to help me want some coffee? Come help me with coffee. Nah, man, 100 hell outside. Get back inside.
The devil just went
Man.
outside and pulled his pants down. He just showed his ass out there in the palm.
Yeah, shit, you had an attitude about the sun like as if you're some white person about to get sunburned.
I am suntan lotion. I'm just like, Just I don't understand how to like black people love the heat. No. There's some of us. There's some of us who don't want to be nowhere near that motherfucker, man. They just don't want to be out there when it's not that hot. I instantly start cussing. You ever notice that? As soon as I walk outside, I'll be cool. I'll be very professional. Hi, how can I help you guys today? Walk outside, I'll be, what the fuck do you want? Get your shit and get out. Somebody come in, somebody got you so hot outside. That's to make it even more, man. Get your shit and go. Let's make it get to your car. It had no shade, no nothing.
And that's the one thing about out here that doesn't make sense. You know, you go to like when you go to Palm Desert, right? The Target, and there's a Target. Was it a Target? And there's the. Well, you never been that far into Palm Desert?
Where are they talking about? 111?
111 and off of Fred Warren.
Yeah.
But you notice that the entire parking lot, no shade structures whatsoever.
No shade.
Like I don't understand. Like you go to the different schools, like a lot of different office plazas now have them. You know, there's shades in the parking lot, but they're solar panels.
Yeah.
And you would think that a lot of these places would have something like a shade structure with solar panels on it. You know, I mean, it would make more sense. You got all that heat.
You got all that sun. You would think you have way more solar panels to generate more energy for other people, but no.
Right, because not everybody's driving freaking big rigs everywhere.
Yeah.
Even your freaking, Toyota Tundra or I don't know, F-350, that shit will fit underneath one of those shade structures that would, but again, I don't know. I don't have any explanation as to why they don't just put the shit in these. Right. You know, the more you're developing more places to shop, you would think that you would have more places that have shade structures, knowing that you live in a desert.
You would think so too, because shit, when you get in your car, it's like hotter.
Right.
I gotta look up what is the temperature for a Coca-Cola to explode in heat, and I had one explode in my car. So you can tell that's how hot it is. Even a Coca-Cola can.
But see, the second question would be, what the hell are you doing leaving a Coca-Cola in your car?
Accident. You know how I get a phone call, some shit going on, and I pull up, I come rushing in, and I forgot about my drink, and then when I went back to go get it, it was a half a can. I was just looking at it like, the fuck, and I'm looking at everything like the dashboard, and I'm like, this motherfucker exploded. Not even more mad. So,
yeah, because you have more to clean up, and it's already dried up, so it's sticky.
Yeah, no, it's sticky. So I'm like, all this sticky shit, I could have just stayed in Riverside, and it would have been cooler. At least a couple degrees cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was every location that I was by, there was a store by it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could go get it. I could go get something to drink. But most likely, I probably went and stopped and got some food and let me get a can of soda, or went to get some gas and grab a can of soda and drove up there and then forgot it in the car, which was always terrible.
I can't forget. I'm already drinking it half the time anyway, so it's already open. Yeah.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the reason why the black community will not be the way it was before the civil rights movement is simply because black men have gotten weaker. And let me explain to you guys how. You guys, I come from a generation of majority black men who blame the government or the system and white people for the majority of their problems. They blame the high murder rate of blacks on white people. They blame their unemployment rate on white people. They blame everything they possibly can on white people. That's why you see young black boys who are raised by single mothers going out and just hitting white people, and all these hate crimes against white people that you see that get completely written off simply because these people are white. As black people, we are so weak. We do not address the anger and the hatred in the community. Instead, we applaud racism, we applaud hatred, and we applaud the "you can't tell me nothing" attitude. And the reason why we applaud these things is because our community has become feminized. It's become passive aggressive. It's become catty. And on top of that, it's become disrespectful and classless. All of these things are attributed to female nature. And that's why the community will never be to where it once was before the civil rights movement, is because men today, especially black men, are not real men anymore. And until black men start rising up again, and I mean actual black men, not just because you got a dick and balls in between your legs. I'm talking about the epitome of what it means to be a man and what it means to be a black man. We will never be able to be the community we need to be.
The white men don't have to do anything to suppress black people, sweetheart. Black people are doing it all by themselves. Y'all love to try to blame the white man for everything. Let me just tell you, the white man ain't forcing you to go to the liquor store every weekend. The white man not forcing you to go to the club every weekend. The white man not forcing you to drink lean. He not forcing you to pop Percocets. He's not forcing you to have all these illegitimate bastard ass kids. The white man is not forcing you to do none of it. You are willingly participating in this mess of a life. So don't sit in my face and try to tell me what the white man is doing to you. They did it to them. We the product of what they did to them. Now it's up to us to change the way we think, change the way that we eat, change the way that we do things, change the places that we go to, change the people that we're procreating with. Change. But no, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear some shit that's toxic. That's what y'all want to hear. Man.
Your thoughts?
All they saying is pure bullshit to me. They talking about it goes off the area you in. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
um,
Well, let me bring it back. The reason why I brought them up, right? The reason why I brought them up. I've been watching. Obviously, I'm gonna say obviously, but I'm gonna say like a lot of people tell me, well, you're not black. You don't know what you're talking about, and I'm like, but do I? Or is it because of that, or is it because you just don't want to take accountability for what it is? Like, not every black person's the same.
yeah,
Remember how you and I were talking about just because you're black, you don't have to play NBA 2K. You don't have to play Madden.
yeah,
You can play, other games.
yeah.
And the sad part is a lot of young black men who play NBA 2K can't go out to the basketball court to play ball.
Yeah, a lot of people can't. Yeah,
And kids nowadays, all they do is play video games. They don't know how to play ball. They don't know how to throw a football. Some
mm,
of them know how to throw a frisbee. But the point I'm trying to make is from this point, like not everybody is the same. So not everybody goes out and causes violence. Not everybody goes out and what was she saying? Go to the liquor store.
or hit the club.
Not every black person smokes a black and mild casino,
I do.
not naming any names.
And then
But
he talking about me.
not every black person drinks lean. Not every black, what I'm saying but at the same time, what we see on social media,
Yeah,
we see a lot of shit where, I mean, there was a group of black kids start beating down on some white girl at their high school for no reason. They just start beating her ass. You know, whether or not she was talking shit. I mean, how many? It was like 10, 12 black kids on one white girl.
that's square.
Shit like that. It's like it doesn't make sense. And that the other guy talking about black kids are, or the I guess black boys are more feminized now. Like it's kind of true. They're all feminized. Not just black boys, Mexican boy, Latino boys. They're all feminized. I mean, I remember working at a middle school. All these little gangsters, little gangsters, right? They're all drinking pink drinks, Starbucks pink drinks. Like you're gonna go to Starbucks, get a fucking coffee. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna go to the coffee shop, get some coffee. I don't, you're gonna have. There's a lot of guys. I remember, when I was in the army. Like if you put sugar and creamer in your coffee, you're not a man. Okay, well, let's fast forward to 2026. If you don't go, if you go to a coffee shop and not get coffee, what's the purpose of you getting go go get a fruity drink somewhere else? Go to a smoothie place or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That why are you going to Starbucks for a pink drink with no caffeine in it whatsoever,
yeah. I go to
and
coffee
then
shop.
claim to be a gangster?
I go to coffee shop for coffee. You can make lemonade at home.
Right,
You ain't gotta.
right.
But both of them people. First of all, the first guy, he wasn't even in the era of civil rights movement. That's another thing too. People got to realize the era. You know, it's hard to discuss civil rights movement when I wasn't alive when Martin Luther King or it was Malcolm X or the Black Panthers. I wasn't alive then. And when it comes to carrying that trait afterwards, some it depends. It also depends where you grew up at. Like I said, people keep forgetting it's a product of your environment. You know, I was born in Wisconsin, and I did have here and there, but majority of my life been in California. Um, I've been in a diverse state for a long time. California have damn near all diverse. I meet Indians, I meet Middle Easterns, I meet Australian people, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, different Asian groups, Koreans, and I've been good. I've been straight. I got a lot of friends of different races. And I think that when you go to a state like my cousin, like my family in Mississippi, where they act like when they only see black, white, and Mexicans. You know, they never really seen a real Asian. And when they do, they say some stupid shit. He must be Chinese. Clearly, he's not. That's a Korean. Oh, he look like this. That man is from Thai. He's from Thailand. But they think he's Japanese because of the movies and stuff they portray. They don't
Yeah,
know. They never been nowhere. Uh,
yeah.
I don't think white people is suppressing black people, but it's different ways they're doing it. When he say unemployment because of a white person, hey, now my story is true. My story is
Yes
true.
and no. Yes and no. Yeah, your story is true,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's not always that. Like I said, not all black people are the same. So
yeah, and,
it's true for you, but let's be honest. There's a lot of if we're just talking about black people, we're keeping that as a focus, right? There's a lot of black folks I know that refuse to go to work.
yeah.
They just refuse. They refuse it, or they'll do the minimal and then still tell you. I mean, case in point, I hate to bring him up, but your boy,
Who?
you know what I'm saying, your cousin,
Oh, that's different.
he works a minimal work,
Yeah,
gets minimal pay,
yeah,
then he calls you and says he's broke,
yeah.
or he needs money, or he's just instead of worrying about, okay, well, if I'm only working X amount of hours here, well, maybe I need to find somewhere else I can work, or leave that altogether and find myself full-time work. So I ain't gotta worry about calling up my cousin to get more money, or the case might be.
That's just a drama center right there. 'Cause everybody think that you know.
But it's a mindset. It's a mindset that that's what the guy's talking about.
Yeah,
It's a mind. He's not generalizing. I don't feel like he's generalizing black people as a whole. I think he's generalizing, or if he is, he's generalizing the folks who don't want to do shit for themselves.
it's like this. Like, um, my dad got drafted into the military, Vietnam vet, right? When he got out, all he did was just work. Like he worked. He still working to this day. He's like 73 years old. My dad's still working.
Yeah.
You know, but doesn't mean that somebody suppressed him at all. And
Mm-mm.
the kids he raised, him and my mom, it was all about make sure you get out here and get a job. Make sure you work. You want good things. You want nice things. You have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be some, and the reason why I get confused, it'd be some people who grew up in a great household that they had both parents, and they weren't just one mother or one father, and they felt like the streets was calling them. or they feel that they get more accepted if they go to the streets. And they decided they want to do that when they had a great life going on. All they got to do is keep, like, my kids. I was in the streets, but my kids not gonna be in the streets. I'm gonna get them what you call them. Oh, you swear, you soft, you're this, the L Savage. I don't give a fuck. My kids gonna live a great life and know they're gonna have to work to do something. It has nothing to do with white man. You know, it has to do with the economy. Really, it really is there really jobs out here? You know, in some states they still paying what $8.50 for minimum wage. How can somebody survive if everything keep going up? You know, even in
It's
California.
funny. It's funny you say that. I found some old mail or some old shit I found. I was going through my luggages from before the army, and I'm looking at some of the shit I got here, bro. Oh, these are parking tickets from City of Hawthorne for they couldn't find my license plate in one, and the other one it had expired tags on the other. City of Hawthorne. Oh, see that there? Yeah, man. I'm legit, motherfucker.
And they like you said, they was what? How much was them tickets in?
For the one with no current tabs, it was $60. So they're clearly over $100 nowadays.
Yeah,
So this was my student planner from Santa Monica College, 1999 2000.
you got to keep that. That's
All
like,
right, it's a relic now.
and you know, it's funny.
But
Santa Monica College. That's crazy.
yeah, right here. This is my pay stub from Marie Callender's.
Five
Right,
75 on a part-time job. 100.
575. Motherfuckers nowadays, a part-time job, they're making, what? McDonald's was paying $20 an hour.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And what, minimum wage now was like 16.50 or some shit. I
70.
was making 5.75 an hour.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. They got to understand. Some people got to understand if you told me 5.75 an hour and I can make $100 an hour,
Hmm.
I probably won't show up to that job because there's ways to make money. But that's what I'm saying. They got to also understand the difference, right? Like,
Yeah.
um, back in the days when my dad, when I was growing up, I asked my dad how much he made a year. I was like 99, 2000, around the same time. He was making 40,000 a year. At that time, that was good money. That was great,
Right.
you know. And then as you get older, you make 40,000 a year, but everything increased. Remember, $100 you can fill the whole basket up at the grocery store.
Right. I mean, nowadays the average person's thinking about 60 to 65,000 a year,
Yeah,
and that's on the lower end. If you're making 30, if you're making, was it 35? I think. No, if you're making $30,000 a year, that's about $15 an hour
yeah,
on a 40 hour week.
yeah.
So
And then you got to count into your gas going up. 'Cause people want nice things. People want nice cars.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I just recently filled up my wife's Camry. It was like what's at Costco right now, La Quinta. It's $5, 5.05 a gallon. I think I spent $57.57 is what I spent to fill up a whole gas tank on a Camry.
I just seen it was a Chevron, and there was like 646, right? And I ain't looking.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at the cheaper gas because I have Mercedes Benz, so I can't even pay the cheaper gas. I'm looking at the most expensive gas, and
yeah,
in order to maintain this, I have to pay that. It's cost me $180 to $100 to fill the tank up, and
yeah.
I'll probably burn. I could burn through in 3 4 days, and people don't understand that. Like the guy, like maybe sometimes you gotta weigh your options. When people say, "Oh, black people don't want to work," they gotta weigh their options. It's the cost of work, my bills, and the job. And if I can have some money left over, I'll come to work. But I'm just working, like they say, check to check. Like obviously that $5.75. That and then what you got paid biweekly? Oh,
Yep.
you got paid biweekly. How can you, as a college student, sustain your life? You know, you ain't 21. You ain't going out. You ain't going to the liquor store every day. You might,
Nowadays, I see these college students that are working two jobs, two part-time jobs just to get by and still going to school all day.
man.
But but here's the other thing too. When we see you and I know people personally, like they're not going to school and they're only working that part-time job and they ain't got nothing else. They ain't doing nothing else. But
Anybody,
then we know a lot of people that will work a 20 hour week at minimum wage and still expect to have, the luxuries of what someone making $100,000 a year is making or is getting.
yeah, and also that's the thing. Some people got to realize that it's what you want. You gonna get older. You know, your day you more clocking to the older days than years the younger days, and some
Yeah.
people want time. It's just like cause you could say homeless people. Homeless people can easily go get up and go apply for a job. They might find an overnight job. They might find something to where they don't, but they like being homeless. I don't
Hmm.
blame them because they actually make most use of their time in life. And if you think about 200, 300, well, years ago, 400, 500 years ago, 1,000, whatever you want to say, it was people just living life. They
Hmm.
they traded. You know, they had time to do their garden, they had time to do this, and they did whatever they did to survive.
Yeah.
I believe the system, it's the system. Bro, you went to war, you came back, you still got to go get a 9 to 5. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't sit comfortably at home and just enjoy yourself. Nope, you got to go make some extra money. Now, as
Nah.
far as my cousin, he never really liked to work. Let's just be honest with you. He never did. So
Yeah.
now he's on his own and he can just pay his bills and be happy, have less work. He's happy with that. But when something happens, everybody said that rainy day, have money up for that rainy day, and now it's that rainy day. You can't be like, oh, cuz help me out. No.
Yeah. You had all that opportunity to do it yourself.
You had all the options to do it. That's why I tell him all the time. Why don't you got a 80? Remember when he first got out here, I made him work a full and a part time job. So he was working 120 hours a week. And
Yeah.
he's still doing the same thing that he was doing right at 120 hours a week than 40 hours. But he feel like he has way more time to do whatever at 40 hours than working 120. When he had 120, he had money.
Yeah.
He had more. He was able to get what he had now. But he didn't understand what's a 5 year plan. You know, you don't live day to day. Shit can happen. You know, we all can lose a job day to day, but
Yeah.
it was just me.
At the end of the day, too, you can't come out here from another state that's, I mean, Mississippi is one of the poorest states in the United States.
Hmm. And one of
You
the
come out
states,
to California.
also one of the states they always blame a white man for. White,
Yeah.
white man this, white man that, white man this, and they have
Hmm.
that old demeanor like it's like that. Where when you growing up in California, it's all racist. It's all race. So they,
Right. But you have people out here, white man this, white man that, white man this, white man that. I mean, there's even the guy I was friends with since like the year 99, 2000. His name was Patrick Hicks. And I don't give a fuck, I'll say his name even though he tried to send me a cease and desist letter. Because that's the one that's the one that I remember a long time ago that he called me anti-black. He said I was anti-black because I was eating watermelon on Juneteenth.
it's a fruit.
All right. And I love watermelon.
Yeah. And you,
And and I love grape juice. And I love grape Kool-Aid. But people always like, whoa. I hate when black people like, why you always gotta drink grape soda? I'm like, because it's good. Why you always eating fried chicken? Cause it's good.
You know,
Why you always eating water?
because it's good.
It's always black people. Like I never hear a white person, a Mexican person that, why do no, it's always black. Why, like, this is good.
So why?
Just because I'm Filipino, I can't eat fried chicken. I can't eat water. I can't put the three together.
Let's just be honest. Some Asians make the best fried chicken.
Right. Koreans make the best fried chicken.
I know some spots I go to for their fried chicken. I'm telling you, I know a couple spots.
Bro, Louisiana fried chicken in Hawthorne. It's right on the corner of Crenshaw and Rosecrans. If you ever have the chance, go there because they make the best chicken and waffles. The waffles, but that big, and you could tell they put some vanilla and stuff in there. They're so bomb. And then their fried chicken is so crispy, and it has it. They have better fried chicken than Popeyes. Everybody love Popeye's chicken. I love Popeye's chicken.
Yeah, I fuck with Popeye.
But Louisiana fried chicken is a whole lot better, and it's
Louisiana
Koreans
chicken
behind
is
that
up there.
damn window.
Louisiana fried chicken is up there.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, I
definitely
was digging through my old shit and
beepers. Hey, $10.
as a Verizon Wireless.
What? It was on.
Yeah.
I never. You know what's crazy about it back in the days? You could get somebody. You could get a pager, right? And I don't know how long. Like, is that per month? I don't know because I remember you could get a pager and I never pay a bill. And
Same.
yeah, we'll get a bill. We'll get the pager and have that pager for a long time. But I never.
Right. And when's the last time you get a Domino's pizza with the soda for $9.99?
They have their sales. You get the pizza. What is that? Large, 2 liter soda.
Yeah, you can get the pizza for $9.99, but you can't get the pizza and the soda for $9.99.
No, the soda like damn near $4 now.
Right. Yeah, no, this is back in the day. Well, this is 26 years ago, bro.
Do you remember about? You remember about maybe 36 or 30 years ago where McDonald's used to have hamburgers for 25 and cheeseburgers for 30,
Yeah.
30
The hamburgers are 10 cents and then or not 10 cents.
25 cents. Hamburgers 25 cents. I think it was 35 cents for the cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was on Tuesdays and Sundays.
Yeah, and I remember because we had a big household. You still got a pager. You got to keep that.
I told you I found this shit. I was going through some old bags. Smart Beat.
Smart. They need to come out with a phone now.
Oh, check this out.
The flip one,
Sprint.
the old flip phone. They don't Sprint no more. Yeah, I had that phone before. Hey, when you had that phone, you was mad. You should flip it like that.
Right.
Fuck off my motherfucker.
Well, this actually was the display. So you can actually, it says January 2000.
2000.
So it was a display. But I used to sell Sprint. I used to sell Sprint phones.
So some people don't.
One thing,
Some people don't remember um, having a phone is a luxury. Like back in the days, we barely actually wasn't even started yet. It was still phone calls.
right,
Now they have everything to them now. Your phone is basically a tablet. Your phone is basically a computer.
right. Well, then you used to get a page, and you go find the nearest payphone or the nearest landline,
Yeah. See, nobody know what
and then
a payphone is or a landline. Go
nope.
ask somebody what's a landline number.
But nowadays but then you went from this to a landline, then you got this, and then you call it this.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where now you're just calling this.
Yeah. You text
You
on
know.
and you do everything just on that.
You know, the sad part is nowadays they do got flip phones, right? But the whole thing's a screen,
Yes.
and they break. So it was like
Well, that's
it makes sense.
them phones never broke. You can't break them phones. So nowadays, the phones they have now, they have it like that. So you can always update. Think about it. Somebody always saying, "I got the newest iPhone." Every phone does it.
Yeah,
Like same thing like
yeah,
computers. Back in the days, you didn't have to do no update on your computer. Your computer just worked. Now, like my old computer, I try to turn on. Sometimes it just spin, and I'd be mad because I'm like, if I could get on here, I got like 3,000, 4,000 beats on there, and probably like
yeah,
the songs on there, and I just want to get the hard drive off so I could take it to my new computer. But even on that computers, I got some things on there like I talk about music, like my Apollo interface, right? Apollo Twin. This is one of the best interfaces ever to have because the regular interface when you record into the computer.
mm-hmm.
I go into here, then this go into the computer, so I can mix and master, make it feel like you're in a real studio. I can mix and master everything down, mix it, not master, but mix it down to your voice where it sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
As you going into your song, it sounds great. Versus the opposite way where you come in dry, no nothing. You just coming in straight voice like this with no effects. So that's what I was telling you yesterday about the Young Thug thing. You was like this, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
And which is if we hook a mic up to this and we could put auto tune on it, and I know your voice like might be like a D minor or a C minor, right? I put that in auto tune.
mm-hmm.
You could go on the mic. We could do that right now. I can hook my mic up and put it on there, and it'll go into here with the auto tune. Like damn. But my old Mac computer works. The new Mac computer I got, I can't use this.
Yeah,
$1,800 for this. So now I have a new Mac where I can't even use this, and I asked it for the lightning cord right here.
yeah.
And it's like, hey, I go to all the guitar centers, all these music places. I did a lightning cord to go to USB. We don't make those. So basically, the only way I'm gonna use this is on that old computer. As far as the new computer, I can't use it. I would have to go back the old way.
Now, when we talk about, uh, you brought up what you were telling me about Young Thug, and just to recap for the viewers, I was watching Young Thug last night at the Coachella Fest, of course, here on the TV, and I was saying that Young Thug has a microphone with autotune already in it, and I know, you had said something like
It's
they're
in this
playing a,
session.
a playback or something like that.
Yeah, as far as the playback is in a session where it don't affect the computer. So don't latency. Let's talk about
Right.
latency.
But
Yeah.
but as you said that, I'm like, well, he's talking to the mic, talking to the crowd, and it still has the auto-tune going on. And then, but what I tell you though, I said you're missing my point. I don't care what the whole system, the whole process of shit is. I just want the microphone with the auto-tune
Yeah.
in it.
And it's like you have to buy a program, you have to buy this. Yeah, when you said I was like,
Yeah.
get it. But as a producer, I went all in detail because
Yes.
you
Yes. As a producer, you got the professional aspect of it. And so, in your mindset, it's an explanation as to how the process is versus my simple statement of I want the microphone with the autotune in it,
I want to all
right?
and it's
But I reason why I brought these up, and let's go back to let's rewind back to what we're talking about, and there was a time where I made 5.75 an hour. When I sold these, I was actually making $10 an hour.
and that was good back
I
then.
was making, but this is $10 an hour versus commission. So whatever, anytime I went through a work week without selling any of these, then I made my hourly, right? But I only worked like 12 hours a week.
Yeah, and think about how can you sustain a life off of that, and that's what people got to understand. Like, how can anybody sustain a life off of what they're paying?
Back in the day, sales was a different situation. It was a whole different beast. Nowadays, sales ain't shit. Back then, you had to hustle, you had to work. I mean, even for car salesmen, I remember back in the day, car salesmen were ruthless fucking people. You know what I'm saying? You and I are selling cars, where you and I are selling the same Toyota Camry. I'll find a way so you don't sell that shit. I'll sell it. You know, I'll sit there and tell the customer, you ain't this guy ain't shit. He's gonna give you the worst deal, blah blah. And I'm like, but look, this is what I can do for you. Maximize commission, all that. I've heard stories when I sell cars in 2012 to 2013, and actually 2012, yeah, to 2013. Um, there was there were stories I would hear where, let's say you wanted to go buy a car, here's your trade in, right? And if you decide you're gonna walk away from the dealership, well, the dealership has your keys for the car you brought in, and they'll toss your keys up on the roof. Only way you're gonna leave here is you can get those keys, or you get a deal.
Yeah, see, yeah, if you toss my keys on the roof, it would have been an upset situation.
Yeah, but most people aren't you.
But
Most people will do, well, okay, well, let's just make the deal. They'll fold. But back then, it was a lot. There's a lot more hustle to a job versus nowadays. I mean,
now it's
$20 an hour for McDonald's doesn't make sense to me at all. But again,
no.
we've had this talk before.
You know why? You know why? Because for the first time the other day, I went to Denny's to grab me something to eat for work. Right? And there was a kid in there, a 17-year-old kid. That was the first time I seen a 17-year-old kid in about 10 years, 10 plus years at a job. And now it's
Yeah,
the hour. So many grown ass people taking. Remember, the first job a 16-year-old could get is McDonald's,
yeah,
Burger King, some type of a restaurant like that. And now since the minimum wage went up, people are taking them jobs away from the kids. So what do the kids got to do?
yeah.
They gonna be on the game because they can't go.
Right.
And it's crazy. One of my coworkers was like, my son asked me to help put his resume together, and it was like, so as he in high school, he's going to turn 18. They put some college on him, but they're also not showing him how to get a 9 to 5. Like
Yeah,
when obviously once he turned 18, he either go to college or he don't, and everybody ain't going to college. I went because I was like, I'm gonna play sports.
yeah,
When I was in college playing sports, I had a job, and I also remember like I'm going to basketball practice, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I got to have a job to pay for stuff I want to have. Some people don't. Some people don't get scholarships, and
yeah,
some people rely on the job field, and then the job field becomes very, very difficult because guess what? You got some asshole that's your HR or some asshole that's hiring that they would say no to you. You know me, I said yes to a lot of people where you'd be like, nigga, man, that person just need a job, man. That person need to work. Let's see how it turns out. Like even Jake. Think about Jake, Breaking Bad Jake. It was like you could tell. He's a special needs person, but guess what? Jake go get a job here with these grown people. And he's about to learn how to grow up outside his mom and father care. Think about Jake. Jake is somebody who would have both parents in the house, and he's trying to live a life, but it worked out because after he left there, this motherfucker took these Jennifer jobs, and
yeah,
now he know how to interact with grown-ups,
yeah,
where he was getting baby, like you said, he was getting nurtured, and remember
yeah.
how many times
I remember seeing Jake when I was working at College of Desert. I'm like, Jake? Yeah,
yeah,
you remember me? And I remember him selling too, and he was so nervous when he would sell weed, bro.
yeah, he would shake. He would shake. He'd be so nervous, and now to go talk to him, Jake, calm down. It's okay. This and then
Yeah,
Remember when Jake hit his average? He was talking shit. He over there.
Yeah,
He the best seller ever.
yeah. Hello,
Hello, hello. He come in, but
Nick Jr.
I get that a lot from different people. But like you said, sometimes it's off who you hire. But the job thing is very very difficult now. And let's just talk about this.
Yeah.
It's a job. The work drama.
Oh yeah.
The work
Oh yeah.
is something you got to take on too. And if you're in high school and you ain't into the drama, you ain't used to that, and then you get out here, you got all this drama and all this stuff that goes on at work. Sometimes that can stress you out. And you like you said,
Yeah.
you was told to go. You asked, can you go home early? They said yeah, and then they still got mad at you. And it's like, how you get mad at me when I got approved to go home early?
Right.
That's drama. That
Well, the sad part is when you think about work drama, you think about women working, and the sad part is I'm seeing a lot of men, grown ass men,
yeah,
same shit, the same shit. They don't. I don't understand when a man has a one up on another man doing the same damn job. Why?
I
Why
don't,
can't we work together to one up together?
yeah. We all
But
here.
no.
We all apply for the same job, got the same position. We all supposed to be a team and act unite. But some of that become
Right.
let's get this person out of there.
Right.
Let's get
Right.
this.
And it's like, a lot of y'all men who create drama, y'all look like a bunch of women, or should I say bitches?
Hey, you said that too.
You know, um, I don't want to name any names. Yeah, I do. Fuck it. Vinny, he didn't have to do what he did with me.
No.
We could have kept it straight. We could have been all right.
Yeah.
But he wanna get me fired, and then the moment I start popping off on videos and shit, and all he wants to bring is his friends and then all this other shit. I'm like, but every time I showed up to the shop to hang out with you, and where Vinny at in a corner somewhere, don't want to come out.
Yeah, not gotta say nothing. They got nothing to say. And also is another thing is people feed feed off of getting people fired.
Oh yeah.
Like
But my thing is, what's the purpose? Like, why? What's the purpose of you trying to get someone fired?
yeah,
Like, a lot of people don't have an end game. They just want to get people fired.
yeah. For what?
Like, what is the purpose?
That's a question we got to ask for the viewers. What is the purpose of getting people fired, or how many people experience at a job where people wanted to get you fired over the smallest things, and they're benefiting from it too? And with me, I felt the same way. What was that about? Oh, then I'm following
Yeah.
policies and procedures. Okay, then you should do the same thing when you're taking a 30-minute break. You should do the same thing when so and so doing this, or this person calling out to go to Vegas and take mushrooms and say they're in the hospital and they're not in the hospital, they're in the club. Oh no, he was partying. I didn't want to. No, they gotta go the same way. A lot of people like to get people fired. I swear, people think getting that person fired, I got him out of here for what?
Yeah.
You don't know that.
At the end of the day, for what? What is the purpose of that? Of doing that? I get it if it was something like, okay, the entire team can't work with this one person, right? For instance, the person you're talking about taking mushrooms in Vegas and blah blah blah. Call his ass out. Fucking Daryl.
Yeah,
Darrell,
the rail.
right?
Yeah,
Because just like me, he had anger issues. But also at the same time, when he actually showed up to do the job, he was cool. But 9 times out of 10, he just wasn't in the right mindset to be cool,
yeah. And also, it was
right?
picking fights.
Right.
You want to pick a fight with the
Picking fights or I mean we had characters in that fucking dispensary.
mm,
Let's be honest. We had Fernando, the fucking security guard who thought he was fucking top dog sheriff of some fucking dude. The dude did not have any other place but inside that little box where he checks IDs. That's all your job is, and you couldn't do it. And on top of that, no, I'm right here. You show up right here. No, your ass should be in that box, so we should walk up to the window to get our shit checked.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, then maybe you should find somewhere else to work. I I I remember that one time I was like, dog, I just clocked out for lunch. I don't have fucking time to wait for you. I got, I'm gonna go out and get my lunch. If you got an issue with that, oh fucking well. But I never once said, I will get this motherfucker fired. I'm not the type of person to want to do that shit. I'm not the type of person to try to get you fired. I'm gonna let you get yourself fired, and that's what happened. He got fired. It was on him, bro. And,
And you
it's just funny to me. What's funny to me is, I'm sorry. What's funny to me is the managers like yourself know that I have potential to be a manager in other aspects,
yes.
right? Versus people who come out or people who employ me and just kind of keep their eye on me, but never teach me shit and don't see any sort of potential for me to be, to prolong in that same workplace.
That's another thing too. Growth in an occupation. Nobody wants to be at a job 2-3 years and never receive a raise. Like, what if you call this? What if this person you'll go to when you call in? What if this person, always on time and always do their job, and you never have to worry about them? And all of a sudden now,
Right.
when they come down to giving them a raise, you got to be like, no, and then it makes them uncomfortable at the job. Because now they're like, I show up on time, this, and then they start doing something, you got to harass them. That's what some managers do. Me, I'm like, no, I'm trying to get you a raise. Remember, I was there, I was trying to get everybody a raise.
Yeah.
But it was more like I said, you had some people like Durrell who really just picked fights when it was time when it was like, I'll leave the building, he'd pick a fight. But he was doing some bitch shit because he was picking fights with the women.
Yeah.
And trying to make them feel like, oh, Nick got you. No, I don't got you. So he got written up for certain shit. But the Vinny situation was he really didn't like the job. He knew he didn't like the job. He didn't agree to everything. Let's just start from there. He didn't agree to everything with the job. The job was for him to move out there in that area. So same thing like Marino did. Marino moved out there in that area. His job was to move right in that area. He said that apartment didn't like blacks. That same apartment he said that is the same apartment D got in.
You got Vinny?
Yeah. The same apartment that he said they didn't like blacks, which he used blackness as an excuse, is the same apartment D got in. He received $3,000 cash to go get an apartment. And whatever extra he needed, he would get. He chose to go to I forgot the fucking area. He chose
El Centro.
he chose to go to El Centro and live there and take his baby mama and her family all with him. Which, let's just be honest, she Latino. So the mom, dad, the mom, dad, his baby mama, and the twins, he would put up money for all of them to go to El Centro. Okay, cool. Now you got to make that drive to work. Now drive to work is becoming irritating because you didn't add in the gas, you didn't add in the travel, you didn't add none of that. So now when he gets to work, he's irritated. So everything somebody do, he's irritated. And remember, you someone who got hired when he wasn't there. So he came back. He was like, who is this guy? Him and Nick a little too close. Yeah. Him and Nick a little too close. I'm going to try to expose him and get him fired. Which I knew like you had hella potential. I mean, well, Rocky brought you. Shout out to TV. Rocky brought you. And even you surpassed Rocky. You brought Johnny. It was like a recommendation of people coming in.
Right.
People judge shit. People were judging Johnny. Knowing Johnny wasn't on that, but they would say that. But he was just one of the
Cholo.
Yeah, Cholo. Man, Johnny ain't no damn Cholo. He just got tattoos, and most of his Raiders and normal tattoos. It ain't really no Cholo tattoos. There's no sets on his body. There's no gains on his bodies. It's just tattoos.
Nope.
And the biggest one he got is the damn the Oakland Raiders. Well, the Las Vegas Raiders. But it's just the nature of working, nature of working at the same either back in the days. Like customer service at an all time low. You know, people will argue with you about knowing you to. We also always say, man, that person paid. That's how you get your check. If you don't let that person pay, even if they want a $5 pre-roll, so what?
Yeah.
You sell 100, that's $500. You feel what I'm saying? There's some people come in, they make big purchases, they leave better tips. You get your money, but don't sit up here and think like this person broke. You don't know that person might not even smoke weed like that. Like me and you, when it
Yeah.
smoke weed, we two different people. I see him smoke all goddamn day.
Right. And I've got 2 left in here from 2023.
Yeah, from 3 years ago. I don't have a box to show you. It's in the trash already. That shit was gone 3 years
Yeah. Yeah.
ago.
So I mean, go back to what the two the from the 2 videos I showed. Everybody blaming white people. I What gets me is your cousin one time. We were talking about CBD, and he at the time didn't really know much about CBD. And you know me, I learned everything from you, from everything that's I learned at the dispensary. This is when he first got there, and I was like, it helps to heal pain or the pain reliever.
Pain reliever. It also helps the lower cancer cells.
Right.
Take it consistently. It brings down your stress levels. And you won't feel high. You don't get high.
So he mentioned saying that he's like, well, so it'll help my pain. I'm like, oh, what pain you got? He's like, pain of being a black man in America. I'm like, what's shut the fuck up. Just-
See, with him, yes, it works because he's 32 years old. He has no kids. He has the same 24 hours that everybody else do,
Mhm.
and he chooses not to do nothing. He chooses not to try, because he don't have nothing to provide for it. And
Right.
thank God he don't, because if he did, he still probably wouldn't do it. When his dad
Right.
was not like that. His dad was a hard-working man. So was his mother. Even his
So it's a mindset. At the end of the day, it's a mindset because if your dad wasn't like that, if your mom wasn't like that, and living in Mississippi, you ain't like I said, Mississippi is one of the poorest states in the nation. But at the same time, who cares about the economy in Mississippi? If you're in Mississippi and you're trying to live a better life for yourself, you're gonna do what you gotta do to make do, make do what you got, right? You know, you, let go. They laid you off, but at the end of the day, they laid you off. And you're like, well, I'm not gonna sit around and do absolutely nothing.
That's true.
I'm gonna go find me another place to live, another place to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me, I start orientation at Dave and Buster's on Friday. So,
Yeah, you don't want to have two. Like I said, you want to have, because you get benefits from the government, obviously. But even though you get the benefits, you still like, I'm gonna go find me a job. I'm gonna go.
yeah.
I'm gonna go do something. And
I tell people all the time, and I say it's a joke, but who knows, right? I just tell people all the time, like, yeah, I gotta go to work. I can't sit at home all day. People are like, well, it must be nice to sit at home all day. I'm like, I really don't, because you know, if I sit here in my thoughts, if I sit here with my PTSD and everything else, I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out.
also, you people got to realize some people can't sit around all day and not do nothing. You know,
I feel like a lump. I feel like a lump now. I've been waiting on the orientation for the last week and a half.
yeah, you've been waiting,
I feel like a lump.
and you ready to start and get going, but
Right.
you're not the body. You're not the person that sit at home all day. You
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to go do something. And
Like right now, only reason why I don't want to leave the house is because number one, leaving the house means I gotta spend money.
that,
But number two, uh, right now Monday, the day after Coachella Fest for weekend one, there's gonna be traffic. It's just some traffic out there.
but the same,
And then
it costs money. Like you said, it costs money to leave the house. It costs gas. You know,
mhm,
if you 9 times 10, if you leave the house, you're either going to get some groceries or you're going
mhm,
to purchase something, and it costs.
get me a burrito.
I tell everybody it costs me $100 to leave the house.
Right. But and that's the thing. It's like I'd rather be making money than spending the money that I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I have them. I mean, I have the money, but in my mindset, I don't have the money. Do you know what I mean? Because if I, as long as I keep that in my mindset, I'm not gonna spend the money I don't have.
Yeah, but also that's how people have savings. I think some people got to realize, like you say, you get your check, right? You put money up for bills. Do you put money up for yourself? Some people do.
Hmm.
Some people don't. Some people like, I got all this money to spend, and
Right.
they stressed out when all the money is gone.
Like my paycheck, my last check from Chef Tony's was 1,272, and I cashed out 1,000. I put the rest in my bank account, and then for like the last week and a half, I've been basically just living off that $1,000 that's been in my savings.
Yeah, but it's you have savings. That's the thing about it. Like, you know me, I got savings too. So when they did let it
Yeah,
off, I wasn't tripping. I was like, oh, I just like, shit, I gotta get another
yeah.
man. I gotta find something to do because
When they fired me from Chef Tony's, I shook hands and smiled. I was like, "Peace out, y'all. Have a good day."
yeah, because it ain't all bad. Everybody think like you
Right,
my life is done. It's over. No,
right. Nope.
it's not. You go find
You
something.
keep pushing.
You keep pushing. You know, when you get knocked down, you get right back up.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta keep pushing. Some people gotta understand that we're all living. You know, when you see them 80
Right,
year olds, you see them 80-year olds that's out here. How you gonna get there? They been your age, you ain't never been there. So how you gonna get there? They kept pushing. They kept pushing.
right.
You got to keep pushing.
And that's a thing too. So when we talk about people who blame the white man on all of our poverties, all of our oppressions, and all of our, at the end of the day, I always like to bring up Bob Marley when he said, "Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds."
Mm-hmm.
And what that really means is it's up to you. It's up to you to prosper. It's up to you to make do with what you got. If you are working a 9 to 5, but you're only working 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and you aren't getting to where you want to be financially, well, you can change that up yourself. There's other places to go.
Yeah,
There's other things you can do. There's other ways you can find or not finance. You can budget to get to where you want to be financially.
yeah. Like I said, budget.
You know, and
People don't budget. No, people got to understand, man. Like that damn social media is a motherfucker. People see people doing stuff. This. They don't see their everyday life. So they like, oh,
right,
I was there, and that probably cost you some thousands. That gonna cost you some
right,
money. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to do whatever you want to do, and you save money up to do it. Like I bought my Olympic tickets for 28. Now when 28 come, there's gonna be some people like, look at him acting like he rich. Nah, I've been prepared for that 2 years ago. I made sure
yeah,
I had my finances put up for that. So when I take my kids, it ain't gonna be no, oh, he's just trying to be flashy. I ain't being flashy.
right,
That's what I work for. I work for things to put up. You know me. Most of the time I go to work, come home. And every now and then we go out to eat. But it's been years since we did that. But it's like I work, come home, but I
yeah,
put up money for it. Now, if I'm at a club every night, why would I go to a club like a double shot of Hennessy? Then at $20, I can go get a bottle
right.
and sit at home.
I mean, you can literally buy, yeah, you can buy your bottle of Hennessy for the same, for what? They're about $32,
Yeah,
and then 32 to 40, but that'll last you, and alcohol don't expire, so that'll last you a while if you don't drink it every day,
yeah,
or if you're doing a shot, that'll last you a while too. I mean, you're not chugging a whole you're not chugging a whole ounce or whatever,
yeah,
but but that's the whole point, right? So you make better choices. Is it You can't blame anyone else. You make better choices, you get better results.
yeah. And everybody got
You know,
everybody live different lives. Like,
right.
pe-
But at the same time, too, though, when you have people saying that, you know, because someone was saying it's systematic racism
that's
is the reason why you have YNs killing other YNs.
no. That's the thing about that is let's talk. You know, I live a street life also. So the thing about that is all this. Some people really beefing with other like gangbanging. You beefing with a whole nother set for no reason, really. That been going
Right.
on. That's systematic too. That been going on years ago. We don't fuck with that group over there, right? And we see that group whoop their ass or shoot at them. That's systematic. The same thing. The gangbang systematic also. The thing about it is when you get incarcerated, guess what? The same people who you was beefing when you didn't like, y'all all got to be together at the end. If you go to jail or you go to penitentiary, you all have to be together at the end.
Yeah.
And now you see notice people getting out and people, they telling young folks and shit, don't do this. In different states, YNs act different. Like in Chicago, they're just gun happy. But
Hmm.
these are gun states. California is not really. They're not playing with you over a gun. You get caught, your ass going in for a long time to where you like
Well, Illinois, I think, is more stricter on their gun laws.
no, because the reason why I say no is because people out there they get a gun charge. Like if they first one, they get it like they won't get a lot of time. California's
Mm.
time on you like nobody else. That's 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah. And I think that the bad part about that is California got those strict gun laws, but they're imposing them on law-abiding gun owners.
Yeah, and if
As because it's an umbrella, right? So they don't really focus. I mean, when they do these gun laws, they're not focusing on street guns.
mm-mm,
They're focused on people who have the registration on their guns, who have or who abide by the law when it comes to guns. So, obviously they're being recorded, so
yeah,
that's who they're gonna be, who they're gonna track versus the people who are out in the street, you know, got a gun that they half of them ain't supposed to have, not because of registration, but because of incarcerations. They shouldn't have had them. I've had a couple people ask me, "Hey, Churro," or "Hey, Ray, can you think I can I can get a gun, but like, we'll just register it under you?" I'm like, that don't sound good, bro. That don't sound good.
you shoot.
I'd be a friend, but I'm just telling you, if you get in trouble, I mean, you owe me some shit.
It'll be a no like a motherfucker would be dope. Because if you shoot
Yeah.
that motherfucker, right, you shoot that motherfucker and you kill somebody, who that gun arrested under, right? Who they gonna come for? They gonna go to you first. Who you get it
Right,
to?
right.
And then you breaking the law or you bring a gun to somebody else, and then that person did something. And
Yeah.
if you
And honestly, if I would have actually done it, it would have been a bad decision on my part.
yeah
But because these individuals who, I just well, one of them has already passed, but the other one I still trust. Even though I haven't actually seen them in quite a few years, I'd still trust. Like, okay, well, but I don't think I'd make the decision to carry a gun for him or whatever because again, one of them passed away. He was actually a rapper out here. He went by the name Shala. He's actually from Chicago originally,
okay.
but he lived out. I met him out here. His name was Will, but he went by Shala. And the other guy is another rapper, actor. He's more actor than rapper, thankfully, because his rap, no, no. But he is he went by Fatal Instinct when I first met him, and then he changed because his name is Mac Brown, Macalai Brown. He's actually half Puerto Rican, half black, and so then he went by Fatal Mac, and then I think from what I heard recently, he went back to just Mac Brown as his real name because he's an actor.
Yes.
but he does a lot of commercials and stuff. He was actually on a Home Depot commercial, which was really cool.
And which is great. That's
Yeah.
good. Like I said, I think what it is that people have to try what they want to do. Like, because like I said, your homeboy rapper, you was like, nah, but he a better actor. Some people want to act. Some people want to rap. Some people want to make music. Don't let nobody discourage you. Go do it. Like my cousin D, that nigga is a great ass artist. He can draw. He can paint. But
Hmm.
I can't get him to paint a picture or draw anything since he got here. And I'm like, you know where you at? You out there in Palm Desert, bro. There's got a whole art community you can be in.
Yeah.
But he rather just
The,
play the game.
the problem with the problem with D, so I'm sorry. The problem with D is the fact that he, in his mind, is better than everybody.
Yeah.
So because he's better than everybody, he doesn't, he would rather tell you he's better than you than actually prove to you that he's better than you.
Well, it's funny that you say that. I had a dude, a coworker on Saturday said, I have a better life than you. And I was just like, okay,
Oh,
all right. But the guy that owned the house, uh, his baby mama was from the Indian reservation. And he banking off of that. Right now, she kicked him out. He rent an apartment in Hemi. He don't have a car. You know, he get paid 50 cents more than I do and think that he has a better life than me. And I just looked at him. I said, okay, like, all
yeah.
right, like I don't want to flex on you because I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No, because there's no point. And then at the end of the day, for me, it's like if you are better than me or you live a better life than me, cool. I'm gonna listen to what you guys say. I'm gonna let you talk. But the moment you slip up, I'm gonna show you that you're wrong.
I just told him, bro. I looked him dead in the eye and said, I take care of my kids. But that's all I have to say. I take care of my kids, man. He shut it up. I don't care what you talking about. You know,
Yeah,
on your day off or when you get a day off, like right now we're doing a podcast. This man probably up drinking and smoking weed.
yeah.
He damn near 40. And he got kids. He said he lived a better life than me. Just last month, well, I was took off 4 days to take my kids somewhere and do something with them. I'm always doing something with my kids. So it's
Yeah.
like, if that's what you feel, you have a better life than me because I come to work, go home, and take care of my kids, and that's your life. That's what you think life
All right.
is cool. Me, you got to realize when you got kids, when you get older, who's gonna take care of that? Who's gonna take care of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to know
Yeah.
kids' life, they gonna be like, fuck you. I bet in my kid's life. I'm gonna be an old person probably with dementia. Don't know what the hell's going on. Hopefully my daughters can take care of me. But you don't want to be that person with dementia inside of a damn place, stuck in an old folks' home, and your kids living great, and they saying you didn't do nothing for us. Because
All right.
that's what's headed to. And two, I just think some people, like, when D sound better than you, is like, really, you're not. Not better. No one's better. We all the same people. We're not.
All right.
We're not Jeff Bezos. We don't have. We ain't got $1 billion. We all make money. And that's what I like about you is that the fact that you're a homeowner. You take care of things. You don't go around telling people I'm better than you, even though
No.
this situation is all messed up and they don't know what the hell they doing. And you always try to give advice and give them some type of inspiration, let them know like that ain't all what it is. You just got to better yourself, and then they look at you like, who is he to tell me? What is this the same? This what you want when you tell me, oh, I want a house, and you talk to a homeowner, and a homeowner telling you how to better your situation, and you go like, who the hell is he? A homeowner? Something you want to be.
Yeah. The position you want to be at.
Yeah.
It's just like all the young people I know, especially the ones that are under 30 years old. Like, oh well, it must be nice and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's only nice because I joined the military. I got my house because of the VA. I get my medical and my dental and my vision, and I got my car outside. So on and so forth. Because majority of what I can afford right now is because of my service connection disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but do I allow my service connection disabilities to keep me from trying to make more. No, I go out, I make more money, and the money I make outside the house or outside of the VA, the money I make there is supplemental to what I'm already getting. So essentially, I work one job, I'm getting two incomes.
Hmm. But
And they're like,
also it's a fact that, bro, you gotta realize, like you said, some people join the military, right? I
yeah,
do, but we have the same lives. That don't mean that, yeah, people gotta understand like, oh, I gotta join the military. This no, we have the same lives, but you gotta realize
no.
the benefits you.
But my thing is and I'm not saying everybody has, because I don't want everybody to join the military. But at the same time, a lot of these people that I see, as they're complaining about life, they don't have shit going on with their life.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, so let's go back to the why I think people should enlist under the age of 30. Recently, the Army has stretch out their age limit. So no, it's no longer 40. You could be up to 42 years old to enlist because of whatever's going on, whatever's ramping up now with the Trump administration, whatever. So you have up to the age of 42 to enlist. Reason why I tell people all the time, look, if you got nothing else going on with your life, if you don't see yourself working more than two jobs, or you don't see yourself doing, X, Y, and Z, and you got a couple children in your life, why not choose a military branch that best suits you, and then live the military life. Get paid, you get paid, you get the housing, you get all kinds of perks to live, and then your kids can join you and they can live with you. You know, your baby mama can live with you too. They, I don't know if you still have to be married to make that happen, or maybe you can get off post housing so where you can live with your baby mama and your kids. I mean, imagine they join the Navy and they end up living in San Diego,
That's true.
right? They join the Air Force and you end up at Los Angeles Air Force Base right next to the airport,
Yeah.
or you end up in Nellis Air Force Base in Vegas.
Yeah.
You don't have to join the Army. You don't have to join the Marine Corps. You can join the Coast Guard and be. You don't have to ever go overseas. You join the Coast Guard.
Yeah. So
But the point is,
I think some people just afraid. Really, they really are afraid.
yeah,
People.
they put themselves in the mind of a Marine or a soldier because that's what you think when you think military. When there's other things you can do in the military that are a whole lot easier, right? And the only reason why I have service-connected disabilities is I did deploy, but you don't have to deploy. You don't have to, unless you choose. Like I chose combat engineer. I already knew right off the bat when I enlisted in 2002. Well, shit, 9/11 2001 happened, and then the invasion happened in '03, right? So when I enlisted in '02, it was July of '02, so that's already the middle. That's already the summertime.
Yeah.
And '03, like I think it was like January or February '03 is when it popped off. I mean, I already knew that there was going to be a potential of me going overseas. I had this one guy. Yeah, I was in Korea with him, and he's like, "Man, fuck this. I'm gonna leave the army and go to the Air Force. I ain't trying to deploy. I'm not trying to deploy." Well, he never went to the Air Force, and then I was in Iraq, and there he was. But he came out. I kid you not. He spent a little bit more. No, because when we went in at the same time, but he came out a little after I did, and he's from the Bay Area, but he moved to Texas because that's where he was stationed last. And he came out and got 100% disability right off the bat. They medically retired him
Mm.
just because, and he didn't. He went through just about the same shit that I went through in Iraq. It just all depends on how you talk to him, I guess.
Oh yeah, and also yeah, because it's your injuries. And there's some people who go to the military that don't want it. Like my dad, he do not reap the benefits, and he was in the Vietnam vet, and he do not want no benefits at all. He chose to come back and work a regular job and do that. And I said the same thing. That go with your benefits. That go with your benefits. And be like, so some people, like you said, some people go to war who went in the military and was like, no, but he got drafted. It didn't like he had a choice. He got drafted,
Yeah.
and he didn't like it. He didn't like none of that. He didn't want to do. He don't want the benefits. He don't want to go to the VA. He don't want to talk to him. He don't want to see him. He just wanted to be a normal citizen, and he chose that route. Come back home and be a normal citizen.
Yeah. And you can be a normal citizen and still get your benefits. But I mean, I'm not gonna expect you to talk to your dad till you're blue in the face. 'Cause number one, you can't see the blue on your face. But number two, it just you know, it's yeah. But number two, your dad. I've never met him. I never seen a picture or nothing of your dad, but I know, or just based off of what you say about him, it doesn't seem like you can really sway his. He thinks one way and that's it.
Yeah, he in his mind. That's it. I'm not doing this, son. And I talked to him a couple
Yeah,
times. Other people did. He's not doing it.
yeah,
He rather retire, and it also helps his sons out to where when I wanted to join the military, he was like, "No, I don't want you to." We had a long
yeah,
time. I didn't join, but he also showed me like even though you didn't join, son, you still get everything you want to get by working a job, being an honest man, going above and beyond, and
yeah.
it worked out. So
But what's funny is because because your dad was in, you could be reaping benefits right now his uh from his enlistment.
yes, which
So
is also one of the things where it's like not to have to consider that an option. I'm still
yeah,
doing great as a black male versus people who saying this. I don't let stuff get me down. You know me, I barely let anything get me down. I get irritated, but it's mostly you got to keep trying, and as long as you keep trying, what can you say? What can you complain about? And it's funny when they say
yeah,
like they say white people. When you live in California or Southern California, you can say Latino people because everywhere you go, you see there's somebody Latino working, and
hmm.
when you don't see diversity in there, you like, damn, maybe I can do that job, but I can't say,
It's funny. It's funny though because I used to say this thing back in the days, but here in the Coachella Valley especially, there's one guy would say, oh, it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock once said, he's like, black people, white people, who's more racist? And he said, black people, because what you don't like about black people don't like too.
yeah,
And but then I thought about it from here, like here in the Coachella Valley, you got black people, white people. Who do you think is more racist? Mexicans. Mexicans at some point never liked anyone who wasn't Mexican. I mean, even when I worked at Chef Tanya's, just because I didn't speak Spanish, uh, you know, that was already a bad thing. You know what I mean? Luckily for me, a lot of the, especially the morning shift, all the cooks and the prep cooks and stuff, they were all nice to me. Every time I walked in, hola, da da da.
mm-hmm.
But I want to bring up this next video, and it's because we're talking about, your dad telling you or basically telling you like you got to work for what you want and so on and so forth, and just that respect because I know that there's a lot of respect between you and your dad, and even with me and my dad, like when my dad was alive, there was a lot of disrespect on my part from my dad, but because my dad had a mindset that like whenever he brought up the military, he's like, just go into the job, just like the military, yes sir, no sir. My dad, I never was yes or no sir for everything.
Got the wrong person. He got the,
Like what are you talking about? I talk back all the time. but
you ask,
but just hearing,
you question everything, and it's not like a bad
I
thing. It's
do.
like something like
I want to know
yeah,
why. What's the purpose of this? Why are we doing this?
but
Just like when I was at Chef Tanya's. we're making tempes, right? The tempe is made of fermented soybean and fungus. And what they would do is the way they taught me to cook it was to fry it first and then soak it into the deglaze. And I'm like, so what's the purpose of putting it in the glaze? What the tempeh after you cook it, it needs to soak up all the flavor. I'm like, how are you gonna soak up the flavor when you've already sealed the outside with the frying? You should first put the deglaze or soak it in the glaze so that it soaks up all that flavor, and then you fry it so you seal the like it's reverse process. So later on, the kitchen manager came and she says, no, you're doing it wrong. I'm like, well, this is the way they taught me. And then she's like, no, you have to saute it, so don't put so much oil, saute it, and then put the glaze. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense than to saute it in the actual glaze. That's supposed to, doing two separate processes. Because even my trainer is saying, no, you gotta deep fry it here, and then put. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'll be honest with you.
So yes, I do question shit because of the fact that.
No, but I'll be honest with you. People always, I'm gonna say people, I ain't gonna say it all rest, but people always find a way to cut it, do a quick cut so they don't have to do certain things. And then when you finally get told you're doing it wrong, then, fuck, I'm doing it wrong. And I was asking the same questions, but they was giving me a lie, filling you up with a lie, just to do it a quicker way.
Yeah, and then the thing too is, it's like if the other process I had in my mind before the kitchen manager taught me what to do was to just soak everything in that glaze or deglaze, right? You soak all those tempeh patties in that deglaze, let's say, for one day, overnight or whatever. And then you take it to the deep fryer and then you just deep fry each one of them as opposed to pan frying everything. But the whole point of the pan frying was because they needed to saute it, not deep fry it. You know what I mean? It just didn't make any sense. So, anywho, that's the reason why I question everything. It's like if it doesn't make sense, I'm gonna question it.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes sense, I'm not gonna. It's just no point in questioning anything that makes sense. But if it does make sense, it's like, okay, what the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do question shit.
Hey man, take that trash out, man. It's overflowing. You what? All right, bet. Right now you ain't eating. Go take the trash out, man. See, that's the problem today. That's what's wrong with you parents. If you look at these comments right here, one person go talking about some mom. Instead of taking the trash out yourself, you're gonna bother him and make him take the trash out. First of all, I'm the parent. Ain't no bother you. That mean I gotta pay these bills, I gotta clothe you, I gotta put that food that you're eating on the table, and I gotta take the trash out. Goddamn, I might as well be a motherfucking maid instead of the parent. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for cussing, but still, man, y'all parents, y'all sissified, man. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't run y'all house. Y'all too busy trying to be friends with your damn kids. And then this other person right here, you're gonna talk about some you definitely could have waited until he got done eating. No, I couldn't wait. Once I told him to do something and he responded with what he's doing, now you just killed every option of waiting later. What he could have said is, Dad, I'm eating, can I take it out later? As a question, as opposed to a statement. Listen, I run my house. I'm not with this millennial stuff. I'm from the old school, period. I run my house with an iron fist. When I say move, you move. This is not a negotiation. You don't get to tell me I'm doing something. When I say move, it happens. That's what's wrong with these kids today. That's why they beating all y'all parents still, because y'all too busy trying to be friends and ain't being parents. Nah, I couldn't wait. And yes, I took his food. Period. The food that I paid for. Sissy ass parents, man. I swear, man. I'm real, man. That's what's wrong with y'all today, man.
Hey, did you see that belt in the back? Let me see on it. He had a championship belt in the back.
Hey man, take that trash out, man.
Hold on. I want to play I don't want to play the audio again. When he's sitting there talking, there's like I think this guy's a boxer right there, ringside.
Yeah.
That's a championship belt.
Yeah, I see the belt. Probably was a boxer.
I don't. I mean, if that was my dad, I would not be fucking with him. He's old school too. I mean, what? I remember. Do you remember watching the Jacksons story back? You know, it was like a movie,
Yeah,
and how Joe Jackson would you know give the boys boxing gloves and go fight outside.
yeah.
I bet you that's that kind of old school that he is. Like,
Yeah, and also though,
you want to talk back? Yeah, all right, put these gloves on. Let's fight.
also, what was the point of recording a video? Right? What was the point? To show parents that you're supposed to be tough on your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a boy. So
Yeah.
what about the ones who have girls? And two, I
Mm.
wouldn't ask you to take no trash out while you eating. I would ask more like after you get done eating, take all the trash out.
Yeah. Well, I mean that would have been me too.
Because you
You
want your
know,
son to stop. You
after
want
you
your
get
son to
done eating.
stop eating, pick up the trash, go out, take the trash out, come back. Is he gonna wash his hands or not? Come back in and eat. You gonna be, oh, you didn't wash your hands. Now you just been on the kid. Hey, how do you get done eating?
A lot of parents don't like. I've noticed that a lot of parents don't like emphasize washing your hands after you do some
You
shit.
better wash your damn hands. That's why I tell people sometimes. They're like, Nick, what's up, man? You don't wash your hands. I done seen you walk right out the bathroom. At work, yeah, I seen you walk right out the bathroom and wash your hands. Like, I ain't checking your hands.
One time I was playing the game. I was on the Discord, and I went out. Oh, I went to the bathroom. And I forgot to mute the mic. So I went pee and all that. And like, oh shit! And I muted, you know, mid pee, and then you know a bunch of people were on the like, oh, I don't know who that was, but I'm gonna ask you to wash your hands. I'm like, I can still hear you. You know what I mean? Like, so then I sat down. I turned the mic back on. Who was that? Did you wash your hands? I'm like, motherfucker, I cook food for a living. I wash my hands every fucking minute I have.
Yeah, all day.
What the fuck? And then half you, and then a lot of these kids that are on, not kids, but they're young people on the Discord that I'm on when I play games. A lot of them are autistic, and so I'm like, I've been around a lot of autistic people, and half y'all don't wash your hands and you leave the bathroom. So don't talk shit upon me.
That's a joke. The hell they get it. But yeah, that's a,
Some of them don't, bro. Like I remember one time I was cleaning the bathroom with some kid. You know, this is in an elementary school. Of course, when the kids go to use the bathroom, I had to step out. I can't, you know, continue cleaning. This kid goes in there, takes a shit because he goes in the stall, he sits down, whatever, and then next thing you know, he flushes the toilet, and he about to walk out of the bathroom, and I'm Kenny, did you wash your hands? Oh yeah. Like, you really gonna leave here and not wash your hands? You just took a big old dump. It was like after lunch, and this kid Kenny loved tapatio sauce. He loved tahini, and he basically looked like you, but tiny and chubby.
the old me when I was young. Then
Yeah. Well, of course, no facial hair.
I had facial hair then. I had facial hair in elementary. I came out with a thin line. And I was bullshit.
I'm stupid.
But I had it in high school. I tell you
No,
that.
but
What the
I brought that up because of the fact that you know, like I said, we've been talking about you know your dad. Like I said my dad, my dad, my dad was the same way though.
mm,
He didn't give a fuck what I was doing, whether I was eating, whether I was watching television or whatever. Take the trash out. He didn't give a fuck. But my dad only had one hand.
oh yeah. See,
He only had the right hand.
my dad never hit us. He never hit us, but he will hit your pressure point. So if he would have been like, take the trash out and said something smart, he would have came up, hit your shoulder, your whole thing would have locked up, and he would have been like, so next time I ask you to take the trash out, do it again. So you like take the trash out, you start walking up, you just get up, fuck that. Or he hit you in your knee, and your knee would be gone, like you would feel the numbness of your knee for a little bit. He used to call it the claw. All right, man, I'm gonna give you that claw. And when he said that, you knew he was serious. And sometimes you would test it, and like I said, it hit your shoulder, bro. I don't know what it was, but my whole shoulder would be down like that. It'd be like, say, nothing I ask you. But that guy's overly aggressive. Like, you can tell by how his son is. You're doing it for the
Yeah.
video. Obviously.
Well, that's it. I noticed that he had that um, belt
Yeah.
for boxing. So clearly, that's the type of person he is aggressive
Mm-hmm.
because of that boxing mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who's to say that he didn't grow up with a single mom? Do you know what I mean?
I
Like
wouldn't say anything, but you can
he
tell he obviously grew up.
he turned around and want to raise his child the way he,
I mean, you raise it. It's like I said, it's product of your environment. You get raised the way you want to raise your child. You know, and
right.
some points in raising your child, some people, if you didn't like the way you was raised and you don't want to raise your child that way, it's okay. So it ain't got to be always a strict way every time.
Yeah.
You know, there's some places where there's some family homes where the kids eat first, right? And there's some family homes where the husband eat first. The way we
Yeah.
was raised, my mama always made sure we was eating first before she ate. You get what I'm saying? And it was like shit, and same thing with my dad. If he can make the kids' plate and then make our plate, put it up, and whatever's left over they can eat. There's some homes where they give it to the dad first.
Yeah.
And then the kids eat after the mom. You get what I'm saying? They might get little portions. But different ways of growing up. Everybody had different ways. Some people have a similar way. Like, you know, just in like all Koreans, they all have the same little funny comment joke of how it was like being Korean. Same thing with black people. We all have the same funny joke what it's like being black. But you always have them strict parents now. You always have them strict parents that there's some more strict, there's some not. You know, but for me, it was more like I still didn't get the purpose of this damn video. When I tell him do so, I run my house, okay?
Well, I think the whole point of that video, because it was like a reply to a comment.
Yeah, and you let them people get you. You let them people get you, and sometimes people go like when I'm out with my kids, you know, somebody can say something,
Yeah.
right? They might say, you know, always somebody. There's always a older ass white lady come by, like, oh my gosh, she's a little aggressive. Just look at her. I don't say nothing. I can be like, bitch, get your white ass, you know me, get your bad ass away from me. But I just look at it like, and they get the point. You don't say nothing else to me, because you want that.
What happens if you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, you know me, I get on your ass quick. I know you're talking about that badass blonde hair you got. Look at them shoes. You know me, I get on you quick. But you know what, man? I ain't finna do it today. I ain't got time for it.
Oh man,
I ain't got time for it. Well, I would like to say, everybody go out, check out the videos, put a responsive. Anybody want to join the podcast and talk about a situation, reach out. We would love to have anybody on the podcast and just have fun and be honest, open and honest with each other. Nobody's mad at you, no aggression, no nothing. You ain't taking it personal. It's just real conversation with real people.
right?
They say things about Ray. He's not black. They say things about me. They say I'm not black. I'm light skinned. And I swear they don't know. But at the same time, we get on here and talk, have fun, man. Just be open and honest. That's why it's called King of Truth. We just want to tell our truth.
All right. Well, and also check in on us. Checking on our merch. My description or the link will be in the description. Check out with the merch we have. Right now, I've got everything. Well, everything right now is at a regular price, but come the end of, I think what I'm gonna do is another 10% off sale. We'll start at the end of this weekend after Coachella Fest 2. We'll start at 10% off, and just kind of trying to get everybody knowing. I know I sold one hat. So far. So, and also too, I forgot to tell you, I ordered 100 Kings of Truth stickers.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need some of those.
I ordered some this morning, so um, that'll be coming soon. Uh, if you want a sticker, come to me. I'm gonna go ahead and give half. It's 100 stickers, so I'm gonna give you 50, to keep 50, and then if you want a sticker, either Kush will have them, or I'll have them. We'll let you know when they arrive.
Yes,
So,
sir.
other than that, I thank everybody for watching. I'll also invite anyone who has a brand, whether it's cannabis, whether it's soda, cannabis soda, uh, any small business that wants us, King Cushy and myself, King Churro. If you want us to come out to your business, let us know. Reach out to us, and we would love to eat your food, or drink your drink, or smoke your weed, or whatever the case might be.
Check
Let
out
us
whatever
know.
product you got, your bracelets, whatever you got. You know,
Right,
if you want us to come check out your restaurant and eat your food and give you a good review, we'll do that. If you at a farmer's
right.
market,
If you have a T-shirt you want us to wear on our show, let us know. I don't ask anything for free, but if you want to give me a free shirt, I'm not gonna say no.
and also we'll
So,
also make a promotion video for you where we do promote your product or whatever you have, your store
right,
location, whatever, and you can put it on your channel. Because
right,
that man got one of the best video editing things you can do. Is more than just a podcast. We can do a whole lot.
right. So again, thank you for watching. I am King Churro,
And I am King Cushy.
and we are the Kings of Truth. And until next time, thank you very much.
Bet. Let me go around and get a shot now.